Step number one is get the money to invest. The first mistake that I was making is I didn't have a plan on how I should allocate my money, and this is something you see across all incomes, that you go to work or you have a business and you make money, and then you go and you spend that money, and then you wonder where all that money went. And now you never have the opportunity to actually build wealth or even worry about investing, because all of your money is going out to pay all your bills. And for me, this was dumping my money into my car. I put new rims on my car, put new HID lights on my car, put tints on my car, put new subwoofers on my car, new sound system in my car. And so anytime I was making money, it was going out right here. And then if I had any money left over, that was when I would think about putting it aside to my investments or my savings. But this is where what you want to do is create a system that flips that. That way now, anytime you get paid, the first thing that you do is you put money aside to invest and save, and then you spend what's left. And this is where having a simple system, something like a 75, 15, 10 plan can be very valuable, which is for every dollar that you earn from here on out, 75 cents is the maximum you're allowed to spend. 15 cents is the minimum you invest. 10 cents is the minimum that you save. Now, if this was me 15 years ago, I don't want to follow this. I want to be a lot more aggressive with my investments, because if you're young, if you're in your teens, or if you're in your 20s and you don't have really any expenses, you're not married, you don't got kids, you can be a lot more aggressive with your investments. Yeah, that means you don't get to drive the nice car or go on some fancy vacations. But if you can invest aggressively young, that can set you up for a lifetime of freedom later on. Maybe now you can follow something like 50, 30, 20, which is you're going to live off of half of your income, invest 30%, save 20%. Find what's right for you, but the younger you are, the more aggressive you can be with your investments, the wealthier you will become. And I want you to also create 3 different bank accounts. Have one bank account for your spending money, have one bank account for your investing money, have one bank account for your savings money. The reason why you want separate bank accounts is because psychologically it is so difficult, it's impossible to differentiate the money in your checkings account from your investments to your savings to your spending. And so when you see that sale on the TV on Amazon, it's very easy to accidentally spend your investment money. To avoid that, create 3 different bank accounts. Most banks will allow you to do this for free. If your bank is going to charge you money, get a new bank. And now anytime you get money deposited into your account, create an automatic withdrawal and deposit. That way now money is going into your investment money and your savings money, and now you have them separate. That way you know how much money is supposed to be saved to protect you. You have money to invest to make you wealthy, and this is the money that you are supposed to live off of. Once you have the money to invest, the second step in your investing playbook is to know the goal from your investments. So you're going to work, you're going to your business, and you're making money. Now you have a system on how you actually put money aside to invest. Let's say you're following the 75, 15, 10 plan. Now you have money to invest, but where and how are you going to invest your money? This is where your goal comes in handy. And everyone's going to say, well, my goal is just to make some more money. Sure, but how do you want to make the money? Do you want to invest for cash flow, or do you want to invest for growth of the value of your money? Start with one that we understand what your goals are. Personally, I love investing for cash flow, because the way cash flow investing works is you're going to put your money into this investment, and then it's going to pay you every month or every 3 months or every year for doing nothing except owning that investment. I like that because, well, when I have the cash flow, it's steady income, and I know that I can work to stack the cash flow. That way I can work to live off of my cash flow. So if my business were to not work anymore, well, I still have the cash flow for my investments to live off of. Some people hate this cash flow, because cash flow means now you have to think about taxes. Cash flow means that, well, that value of the investment might not grow as fast. And cash flow means, well, I have to know what to do with that cash when I get it, which really isn't that hard to solve. The reason why I'm telling you this is because my first real investments were investing in real estate after the 2008 financial crisis. And during that time, real estate prices were at rock bottom. Now, I was not a financial genius. I just started investing in real estate because, well, I had enough money to buy real estate because real estate prices were so cheap. So I started investing in real estate, and it was really nice because now I started buying these properties and they were paying me with rent every single month, which was nice. But then everyone starts talking about, well, invest your money into stocks and do these other things. So I started doing that without understanding the difference between growth versus cash flow. And so I just started investing in whatever was hot, hoping that these investments would make money. And some of them did, some of them lost money. But that's when I started to realize, oh, I like cash flow. And if I focused on that goal of cash flow earlier, I would have way more cash flow now instead of just throwing my money into random investments. And so yes, now I have a much more strategic stock market portfolio. portfolio. Yes, I have my rental properties, but if I had known that years before, I would have invested into stocks very differently to focus on the cash flow first. That way I could get my goal of that more cash flow first. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.